Hello friends, this is Coldrun. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. We're here going to be finishing up the Sage, or the Healer role quests, rather, for the expansion. Blasphemy Hunter. Trail of Skulls. The Blasphemy Hunter may seem calm and collected from a distance, but you suspect something is amiss. Blasphemy Hunter. Something terrible has happened. It's Fordola. She's escaped. I keep forgetting that she's actually still a prisoner, but she is, yeah. She was accompanying a squadron out on a training exercise. One moment she was there, and the next she was gone. I didn't think much of it at the time, but she's been acting strangely ever since she went to meet that mother and child. You know, the ones who wanted to thank her for saving the girl's life. When I told Commander Aldine about it, he went charging off to Alagana to ask if they have any idea where Fordola might be. I thought about going after him, but when I heard you were headed this way, I reckon I'd better just put you in my place. I'd better send you in my stead. Yeah, Godspeed, Kakushu. Alright. So we're pursuing a fleeing Fordola. I don't know if... I wonder if it was like just inability to cope with the idea that people might be seeing her as something good, or if they lashed out at her, or... I have no idea what it could have been. I mean, I have no idea what it could have been, because there's a lot of reasons she might have gone off. Like, it's not like, I can't imagine why that would have happened. It's more like, there's so many things I can imagine that I don't know which is the right one. Oh, here you are. Here's the gang. Alright, skittish girl, let's interrogate you first. I know you. You're friends with the brave lady, aren't you? I am. I am best friends with the brave lady, anxious mother. Have we done something wrong? No, I don't think so. It clearly wasn't like them lashing out, or them having like, wait, you're a skull. Like, there wasn't like that. Arnvald. Gods be good. What is she thinking? Raubon? Here I come waddling up. Waddle, waddle. Raubon. Kakushu, I wasn't expecting to see you here. You've heard what's happened then? Just as Fordola was beginning to earn our trust, she's given up us the slip. As you may know, she wears a choker that is designed to do exactly that if its enchantment is triggered. It's supposed to prevent her from escaping. If I were to give the order, she'd be dead within moments, and she knows that. She took the risk anyway, so I have to believe she has a good reason. Yeah, I think that's fair. I'm glad you're showing restraint here. Arnvald, that's what we're looking into now. Raubon, we're hoping Clarel and young Lily here could shed some light on the matter. What do you have to say? Arnvald, we'd like to ask about your conversation with Fordola, if we may. Clarel, yes, of course. I know she's the butcher, or was at least, but it didn't seem right to go without thanking her. That's why I requested the meeting, to express my gratitude and my apologies. Good. And she came to the meeting, so she knew what she was getting into. She was quiet at first, just stood there as we spoke, as if she weren't even listening. And then I mentioned the blasphemy, and she looked at Lily, and all of a sudden she clutches her own head and cried out in agony. So she was about to be... She was kind of nearly taken over, it sounds like. Or she saw something echo-ish. Yeah, the echo. Okay. Arnvald, can you remember what you was thinking? What you were thinking about at the time? Lily, a man, the one I saw in the city. Clarel, what? Who? Did he have anything to do with all those people panicking? Now we're gonna see what she saw. Lily. I think he did. When I was waiting for you, I saw him. He was by himself. And then he transformed? No. He looked poorly, so I asked if he was all right. And he said yes. He had a nice smile. He got up and started walking, but then... So this is the blasphemy. He was shouting and screaming. I was so frightened I didn't want to talk about it, not even to Mum. Chlorel. I wish you'd said something sooner. I'm sorry, Poppet. This is my fault for leaving you on your own. Rauban. The man who turned into a blasphemy, I'd wager. The girl saw him, which means Fordola has now seen him too. So, why was she crying out? I guess the echo hurts, I guess. Right, we know it's like Headacheville. So, she saw him and then just went to go after the blasphemy on her own, like before anyone else could get hurt, sort of thing? Or maybe because he was a former skull, she felt like it's her responsibility to take care of it now that she knows who he is, because she must have known who... She 100% knows the person. Chlorel. There was one other thing. When Fordola was having her, funny turn, she said something. Charlie? No, Charlet, I think. Yeah, that was it. Rauban. Ring any bells? Ironvolt. Can't say it does. But if she has anything to do with the skulls, the Silver Griffins should have some information on them. Rauban. We'd best have a word with Ragnfrid then. You've both been very helpful. I'd also like to thank you for being so kind to Fordola. She may not have said it, but I'm sure it meant a lot to her. I agree, I think it did mean a lot to her. Ironvolt. I have a couple more things I'd like to ask, so I'll catch up with you later. I have a couple more things I'd like to ask, too. Lily. Oh, I guess you have something to ask. Where did the brave lady go? Oh, no, this is... yeah. No, Fordola. Chlorel, sorry. Fordola may be everything people say she is, or worse, but she did us a good turn that day. I'll never forget it. Arenvald. Whatever she's dealing with, she didn't face it alone. I wish I could have told her that, even though I know she probably wouldn't have listened. I think she listens to you more than you think. I think it's one of those things where, even if she's not going to actually say, like, thank you for taking the time to share your thoughts with me, Arenvald, they really made an impact. I think it still will have an impact. I'm the only person she has that vocal a relationship with. Rauban. I have a feeling this Charlet and Fordola are connected in some way. Yeah. Yeah, you're... yes, I agree, Rauban. Ragnfrid.
Charlet, you say? Yes, that name came up during our recent investigations. As I recall, he served under the Viceroy during the occupation, and his whereabouts is currently unknown. His whereabouts are currently unknown. That was a typo. Had an older brother named Ansfrid, one of the Crania Lupi. Which would give... Oh, Rauban, which would give him a connection to Fordola. Is there anyone who can tell us more about him? Ragnfrid. Yes, an uncle, who we recently helped find employment here in Alagana. He's actually the one who asked us to look for Charlet. You'll most likely find him working at the Sleeping Stones. As it happens, I was planning to bring him something to eat. I'll join you there shortly.
Alright, see you there. Rauban. Just occurs to me how not sleeping these Sleeping Stones are, with all the stone enemies walking around. Perhaps we should have asked what he looks like. Well, there's probably only like one person here. Ragnfrid.
Still looking, eh? That's him over there.
Oh, hacking away.
I hope we're not interrupting.
Charlet's uncle. No, of course not. It's good to see you, Ragnfrid. My word, the Bull of Alamigo and the Champion of the Alliance. What brings such esteemed guests to our humble quarry? At ease, Rauban, out ease, my good fellow. We merely wish to ask you about your nephew. Oh, he's taken aback by that. Charlet's uncle. Charlet, you found him. No luck yet, then.
Is there anything else you can tell us? More about his childhood, perhaps?
Charlet's uncle. It wasn't much of one, I'm afraid. Poor boy's life was ruined long before he had any say in the matter. That's a good way to put it. Holy shit. His life was ruined before he had any say in the matter. I think that's the case for a lot of kids. His parents and I swore allegiance to Garlemald to secure ourselves and our kin's citizenship, for all the good it did us here, living amongst our countrymen who treated us as pariahs. It took its toll on him and his brother to be spat on as traitors by association. One thing led to another, and Ansfrid, together with most of his friends, joined the Imperial Army. That's how it started, you know. The Craniolupi, Gaius's loyal little pups. Is that why they're called that? I guess it never even hit me, of course. Craniolupi is the skulls of the wolf, or the heads of the wolf. And Gaius is the black wolf. I just never... I'm sure I read that in Stormblood, I just didn't remember that until now. Raubon, do you remember the names of these friends? Charlet's uncle. Yes, they had quite the reputation growing up. There was Emily and Rudolph. Oh, there we go with Rudolph. And the angry little girl who'd grow up to become the butcher herself, Fordola. Yeah, this is all coming together. Charlet was part of their group too, yes? But from what we've heard, he chose not to become a soldier. Charlet's uncle. Wouldn't have lasted a day in training. He knew that better than anyone, of course. Not that it helped him to feel any less guilty for turning his back on the others. He blamed himself for their deaths, for not stopping them when he had the chance, for not being strong enough to fight by their side. This sounds like a recipe for despair, if ever we heard one. Maybe save them, maybe not, but he wasn't there, and he wished he had been. And one day he was gone. Wherever he is, I hope he's safe and well. I think he is neither safe nor well. Ragnfrid.
So do we. Thank you. The information you've shared should prove useful. And for you, I've brought some food. Why don't you call it a day and go enjoy it with your family?
Good guy, Ragnfrid. I like Ragnfrid a lot. I like all these Alamegans a lot.
Let him have the peace for now. Back to Alagana.
Yeah, for now. He's not going to have peace for much longer. I mean, just, again, by their definition, these role quests are going to be steeped in tragedy and despair. Arenvald. Little girl's worried about Fordola. As for the mother, well, it's complicated. Understandable, really. It is. Ragnfrid.
Once we know for certain what has become of Charlet, we'll have to tell his uncle.
Yeah, that's not going to be pleasant news to share, but it is what it is. Raubon. So not only was his brother a member of the Skulls, but Charlet himself was a childhood friend of Fordola's. Yeah. Ragnfrid.
I'm told he refused the support of the Silver Griffins as well. He's been trying to make his own way for some time now.
Raubon. His brother and friends died at Specula Imperatoris, save for Fordola, and gods only know how he felt about her after that. Arenvald. Or how Fordola felt about Charlet after seeing Lily's memory of him transforming into a blasphemy. Hello, Pigeon. Brother of a man she killed and a childhood friend besides. She thinks she's responsible for this. That's why she ran. To kill the beast. Yep. Ragnfrid.
I never thought I'd say this, but I'm worried about her.
How could you not be? Well, I know how you could not be, but that just means yes, I am too. Arenvald. Fordola is a survivor and an outcast herself. Exactly the sort of person the Silver Griffins are trying to support. Well said. You've seen for yourself the sacrifices she's willing to make, and if you can learn to feel sympathy for her, maybe others can too. Fordola is very much... There's a certain type of athlete. I'm a big sports fan, both baseball especially, and there's certain athletes that you say you hate them when they're not on your team, and you love them when you're on your team. And it's not just because they're good athletes; it's because usually they're incredibly passionate for their team in a way that comes off as hateful and obnoxious if you're not on the team, but as like incredibly endearing if you're a fan of their team. And I feel like, I mean, this is more than just, you know, being pleasant or unpleasant, but I get the sense that Fordola is that sort of thing. Like, you friggin' love her when she's on your side, and when she's putting everything she has against you, you've got to hate her. Raoban, I think we've enough information for the time being. Let's return to the city and plan our next move. Raoban, I've assigned a few of my soldiers to assist the Silver Griffins in investigating Charlet's background. With luck, we'll find him quickly, and then we can prepare for what we must come after. We're all but certain Charlet is the one who's transformed into a blasphemy, so there's naught to be done but put him out of his misery. I wonder if one of my favorite parts about the role quests in Shadowbringers was how you got to see an echo of who they used to be at the end. I hope we get to see that with Charlet. As for Fordola, I've put Monago and her troops in charge of tracking her. Once they've found her, they have my permission to lend whatever support they deem necessary. If it comes to it, I may ask you to join the search. Until such time, I ask that you take the opportunity to rest. Trail of Skulls complete. Now, quick thing before I start the next quest and final quest is I've stopped doing the what do you call it, the I've stopped doing a lot of the minion stuff just because, I don't know, I like to focus on Endwalker stuff more. But I did find, I've been searching the minion board for Endwalker stuff too. For like the minion board, the market board for like minions that I might have missed, so I don't have to farm them if I can. And I found a hippo calf. And I didn't get it, but I was waiting for now to get it, so to actually use it. So let's try it. Hippo calf. Heavy assisted lift may be required, even though it's a calf. Hippopotami are native to Mericidia, and scholars point to their presence in Thavnair as proof that the trade thrived between the lands long ago. During the chaos of the final days, the calf became separated from its herd and strayed into your path in Vanaspati. So I didn't get it in Vanaspati, but I looked it up, and that's apparently the minion that you get if you farm it enough. And it was only a couple 100,000, so very much worth it for me. Or, I don't know, something like that. Thou shalt not lift with thy back, ancient wisdom. Ah, bless this game. Have I summoned you? No, let's summon you. Sleepy little hippo. Look, oh my god, hippos wiggle their ears. I almost forgot about that. Of course they'd animate that. It's the best part of hippos. Yeah, so just kind of a little... Yawning, you're so sleepy! Okay, this is a great minion. Blasphemy Hunter. The gift of mercy. The Blasphemy Hunter is even more flustered than usual, and with good reason. Thank goodness you're here. Commander Aldine needs to see you right away. Follow me. Raoban, keep it contained until I arrive, but do not engage if you can help it. Understood? He's in full bull gear. Arenvald, that was Monago. Her unit has found Fordola, or rather, she has found them. In fact, I have Fordola on the search party's link pearl. She wants a word with you. Good, I am so glad... Raoban, there was no chance Raoban would have done this, but I am just so glad it's Raoban in charge and not someone who is just like, well, you went away, so I have to activate the kill switch. Like, he takes context into account. Fordola, this is urgent, so be quiet and listen. That blasphemy, my friend, is right in front of us. I tracked him down, and when he spotted me, he started heading towards Specula Imperatoris. Look, Kakushu, I need your help. Charlie's not... He never wanted to hurt anyone, but this thing he's become is... I can't leave him like this. I've got to stop him, whatever it takes. I get the sense that it's easier for her to throw her life into danger in combat than it is to ask anyone for help. I'm on my way. I don't think I need to order her, tell her to do anything. She knows what's up. She's the one asking me for help. Fordola, I owe you. Minago, this is Minago. Can you hear me? We've got the blasphemy, sir. Uh-oh. It's on the move. Get ahead of maintain distance. We need to... Fordola, what are you doing? Fordola! Fordola! Minago, Fordola's just... I guess, never mind. Fordola is not showing restraint. She's just worried about the damage it's going to cause. And anything that would... any damage it causes would be on her. Raubahn, there's no time to waste. They need our help. Okay, Arenvald. Ralger's beard. Once she's got her mindset, there's no stopping her. She's convinced herself she's responsible for this mess, that she created the blasphemy single-handedly. All I ask is that you see that she makes it out of this alive. She's come so far, and I don't want to lose her. Raubahn, Radiata and Alighieri are not that far from Specula Imperatoris. If we let the blasphemy slip through our fingers, it doesn't bear thinking about. While Fordola is determined to slay it by her own hand, we cannot allow her recklessness to put the lives of others in jeopardy. The time has come for action. Are you ready? Yes. The gift of mercy. Got my healing self-healing mentality all ready to go. I am still just utterly flummoxed by how cool this design is. Minago, hold the line for as long as you can. Commander Aldine and the Warrior of Light will be here any moment. Stay strong. You just kicked the blasphemy in the shins. What a utter legend. What a badass. Raubahn, you've done well. Leave the rest to us. Yes, sir. I mean, you could still help. Oh, no, I guess you're getting the... Yeah, then you're doing good. You're doing good. Minago, get the injured to safety. Just the way that the... It's like the way that all the different... I don't know what those are. Like, relics or whatever those are that form like a nose and eyes and a mouth. Intensely creepy. And the color design, just everything. Charlet. Oh, I think I might have skipped something. No, I didn't. Coward. Coward. Oh, nope. Don't skip cutscene. I'm to high log window. There we are. Traitor to them, to everyone. He's saying coward to himself. Yeah. This is the Alamecan Quarter. The gang. Charlet, I wish there was another way. Unspoiled, so do I, but fighting's the only thing I'm any good at. Makes me wonder how I ended up with such a clever brother. Yes, he was the smart one. Charlet, too clever for my own good, maybe. Just the thought of going to battle, but getting hurt, having to hurt other people. Rudolph, he's a bleeding heart, our Charlet. Sooner befriend a fly than shoo it away, much less kill it. Charlet, I could kill if I wanted. I could. Unfortunately, he's going to have to. Or he has. He has already. Fordola, but you don't, and there's no shame in that. Leave the soldiering to us, Charlet. We'll show the Garleans what we're capable of. Get the power and respect that we deserve. And then things will change. They will, you'll see. I know they're friends, but even now, even as highly as I think of Fordola as a person, I'm still surprised that she was supportive of that. Emmeline, we found a place, like, a supportive of someone who wasn't able or willing to fight, like, physically fight. I makes me think that much more highly of her. Emmeline, we found a place for ourselves, and you'll find yours soon enough. Highly of her, not necessarily morally, but as a character. Because I know that the butchery stuff is hard to get past, but like in terms of, like, do I want to be actual real life? Do I want this person around me in real life? But no, but even then, I guess I do. I mean, it's hard. She's really, I mean, you could see where she's coming from. You could see what she's doing against it. You could see how much she regrets it. Fordola. All right, that'll do. Everyone who's enlisting, meet back here tomorrow. Yeah, this is so early on. Charlet alone. No, this is in the aftermath of Specula Imperatoris. This is in the aftermath of the group's fall. In the end, what good did I do? They give everything they had to give while I hid like a rat waiting for the storm to pass. Coward, coward, coward. Ah. Charlet, coward, coward. Better dead, better forgotten. Ah, poor Fordola. It's not your fault, Charlet. It's not. You didn't do anything wrong, and I... No, don't take blame on yourself. I'm the coward, the traitor, the butcher. I'll always be the butcher. Nago, don't you dare, Fordola. Yeah, don't... Your despair would make Charlet a murderer even more. You don't get to end it. You don't get to give up. I won't let you. You have a lifetime to make amends and atone, to become something more than you were. But if you die here, you are everything they say, everything you believe. What a good way to appeal to Fordola in particular. She's not saying you're not as bad as you say. She's saying that you have the chance. If you give up, then you'll be... Look how much time to atone that you'll be throwing away. Is that what you want? She's not going anywhere. Who is this? Arnvald, yes. Arnvald, why... Fordola, Arnvald, why are you here? Arnvald, there's nowhere else I'd rather be. I can't fight by your side, but I can still cheer you on. I love these two. I've seen your past, Charlet. How you were left behind while your friends rushed into battle. It's bloody hard. Oh, now this parallel is coming out. Bloody hard, isn't it? Wanting to do something so desperately with every fiber of your being, knowing you should be able to, you should, but you can't. Yeah, and Arnvald can't do it because he physically can't, and yeah, and Charlet couldn't because it just wasn't in his nature, but it's the same restriction in some way. So you find another way to support them, your way. You did that too, didn't you? You were there for them, even if it didn't feel like it. But you were, Charlet. You were. And even now, he's like, a part of him can hear this. As a friend of mine once said, not all heroes are forged in the fires of battle. A little smile from Fordola. Oh, God, it goes a mile. Rauban, the history of Ala Mhigo is written in blood. While we cannot change the past, we can change the future. And for that, we must all play our part, all of us. Let us grant Charlet the peace he deserves. You too, Fordola. I'm okay making this about her. I wonder if she'll get the choker off at the end of this. Fordola, Ansford, Emmeline, one day we'll be together again, but not yet. You'd never hurt anyone, Charlet. That's not who you are. You'll be remembered as the kind soul you always were. I'm just smiling ear to ear right now. Blasphemy, Charlet. Was that the case for... I don't think that was the... In Ishgard, didn't the Blasphemy get, like, a cool name? I like that they don't get a cool name in this case, but I don't remember, actually. Did the Blasphemy in Ishgard, I thought, got a fancy name. Fordola, I'm counting on you. Okay. Please be in my party so I can actually, like, heal you from the party frames. I hate when it doesn't do that. Here we go. No, it doesn't do that. This is real. And then in this, maybe it's not bad on PC, but in this setup, it's really annoying. All right, we'll give Cardia to Fordola. And let me try to remember how this job works. Okay, Eucrasia. Yeah, here we go.
As one.
Oh, no. Robon, I'll draw his attention, keep me in the fight. Actually, let me... All right, so we'll... Yeah, so you're going to be my Eucrasia target, not Fordola. Throes of Remorse. Am I not... No, is this not healing? No, it's healing him up a little bit. It is. Levin Spherification, so we got some lightning attack coming out. I'm going to stand over here. Fresh Eucrasian Diagnosis, Ground Pound, okay. It's no good. What do you... You're standing in a bad spot, Raubon. Oh, you didn't get knocked back. Okay. Let's give you a shield. Lightning sapping Fordola's strength. Oh, we can heal that. Oh, does group healing heal them as well? Okay. We're doing okay. Okay, I'll get... No, Fordola, what are you doing? Bad job, Fordola. I guess I know they have I'm mostly kidding about that. I know they have pre-programmed ones that they go to. Totally fine. Oh, we must be together. Cloud Call. Why is it lightning themed? It's kind of interesting, isn't it? Oh, I got you. So we'll start here and then we'll go around. Yeah. Yeah, it's Shiva mechanics. Guess we want to get pushed over here. No problem. Woeful Fulgurance. Is this going to drop a field down? No. Charlet, I'm sorry, Fordola. It's not your fault. Fordola, it's over, Charlet. I'll end your suffering. Was Fordola's last name always Lupus? Rueful Outburst. Penitent Blade.
Tizona!
What's Tizona? Tizona? Is that his... I don't know what Tizona is. Alright, we're trying to heal. 10 seconds to Fordola's Penitent Blade. Alright, this is pure healing.
Try this!
Okay, I think we got it. Nice job. Go team. I love Fordola's whole aesthetic, by the way, the kind of the lightly armored sword and shield thing. Ah, yes. I am very happy right now. Off they go. You did a good job, Fordola. You did quite well. Quite well. That smile, God, I love her so much. Fordola, thank you. I mean it. A potato smiles back. And yes, sure, I ship Kakusha with Fordola, but this even more so. Even if they're just... I don't know if they're... I mean, 14's not going to give anything romantic between these two, but I can imagine it. And if it's platonic, that's fine too. That's awesome too. But they are... they're so great. What a farewell to Heavensward, to Stormblood this is. Endwalker or not, this is the final Stormblood patch, it feels like, and I am so happy. Maybe not the final one, because I still don't know. I guess I don't know if we're going to get a Domin one. I think we probably will get a Domin one, but I don't know if... This is the end of the Alamegan storyline as much as anything else. But I guess not, because we keep getting stuff from Stormblood. We keep getting stuff from Alamigo. We get... Just... The game doesn't let an old expansion die, and it's so much better for it. Lily, I've been looking everywhere for you. It's such a new feeling for her to be like, for someone to be looking forward to seeing Fordola, like a kid. Fordola, have you now? She's not used to being wanted, and it's... Oh, God. I'm fucking tearing up again. God damn it, game. Okay. 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 Raubon. We've put down the... Sorry. Okay. We've put down the last remaining beasts spawned by the blasphemy. 'Tis a pity we could do naught for those who turned, but... We were able to prevent further casualties, is nothing short of a miracle. It's astonishing, too, looking back at Charlet's case. Though his experience spurred others to transform, he never attacked any settlements or travelers. Even then, he underwent the change in the middle of a crowded street. Those who were present escaped with minor injuries at worst. Really? I was saying during the fight that now Charlet is a murderer, but it's no fault of his own, but even then he managed to not do it. He managed to not hurt a fly until the very end. I mean, he hurt some people, but he managed to not kill a fly at least. I think that deep down his compassion is what kept the raging blasphemy at bay. Arnvald, the only time he emerged from hiding was to journey to the place where his brother died. Is that we're going to bury him? Or well, there's nothing to bury, but... We'll have a little memorial there. We still have the Memorial Day coming up. I don't know if we'll actually see that. Probably not. Raubon. Aye, it's clear he still retains some semblance of his former self. Another victim of the Empire's terrible legacy, along with his friends and so many others. But the Craniolupi wasn't the creation of the Imperials alone. Many of those youths sought a place with them because they were denied one with us. And I do not blame you for denying them that place with them. Like, if you're in a place where there are collaborators and the oppressed, I don't think it's wrong to deny the collaborators, to try to shun the collaborators at the time. It's complicated as hell, Arnvald. But there was more to it than that. Arnvald, that's why the memorial ceremony is so important. It's our chance to face our past together, to give them in death what we couldn't in life, to not deny anyone a place in memory, even if it hurts or makes us feel ashamed. Ragnfrid. You'll be attending, won't you? Fordola. I haven't been ordered to, so I suppose not. Rauban. In light of your loyal service to L'Alamigo, I intend to have the conditions by which you are bound eased. Providing I'm able to obtain approval, you will be granted a degree of freedom. Good, 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 good. At the very least, we should soon have no need for that choker. At the very least, yeah. Ragnfrid.
There will be no objections for me. You've done well.
Still Fordola. Arnvald. If I didn't know any better, I'd think you were smiling. Well, I for one couldn't be happier her efforts are being recognized. It gives me that much more motivation to continue my work with the Silver Griffins and bring the people of Alamigo closer together. Got to do my best to keep up with a certain little lordling, I. Is that... Oh, right. With Alphina. Rauban. I think we've done enough for one day. Time we got some rest. Okay, Rauban. Allow me as both the guardian of Alamigo and as your sworn comrade to express my thanks for coming to our aid in these desperate times. No matter what manner of disaster may befall us, your presence alone is enough to keep the flame of hope burning bright. Aye, even someone on the very precipice of despair such as Fordola can find salvation in your guiding light. Laying it on a bit thick, aren't you? You're something of a more... Heavens forbid people would stop throwing themselves in harm's way at every opportunity. You're something of an immortal flame yourself. I gotta go with that. We're both immortal flames. Rauban. Ha! Been waiting for the chance to use that one, haven't you? I like to think I can still pull my weight on and off the battlefield, but that might be a bit generous. You kidding me? You just tanked the blasphemy. You did great. You're the bull of Alamigo. In any case, it's safe to say we've all benefited enormously from your sterling work here. Couldn't ask for a better healer, or a better friend. Potato smile. Our ambassador in Radzat Han will be relieved to learn of our successes here. If you happen to cross paths, give him my regards, would you? I would. All right. Alamigan delegate. Greetings, how goes it in Alamigo? We've taken down the blasphemy, we did great. Eliminating blasphemies, helping organize a memorial ceremony. They've certainly kept you busy. Hold on, delegate. A fine example of going above and beyond the call of duty. I'll be sure to send word of your exploits to Old Ah. Wait till the Sultana hears about this. Yeah, her favorite soldier. Alamigan delegate. Her Grace will not be the only one to welcome the news. On behalf of the Grand Company of Eorzea and our allies, allow me to express my most heartfelt gratitude. You're quite welcome, and I'm happy to help. You can now dye the job-specific gear for 90 healers. Excellent. I don't think I've dyed gear in my life. Achievement unlocked. More than guilt. Did this give me a... I don't think it gave me a title with it, but still neat. The Gift of Mercy, yeah. Okay. So that's going to be it for now. Next time, I'm going to... What's the Doman one? Doman is physical range DPS. I'm going to do the Doman one next, I think. My Dancer is at 87, and while we're on a Stormblood... And so it's not 90, because my Reaper's at 90, but while we're coming off of a Stormblood one, I think it's only right that we do the Doman one next. So, yep, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you all later. Bye-bye.